Hey there, I am Dan Harvey, the co-founder of Passion.io, and I am going to build an app. I am not technical, I really struggle to plug in my Wi-Fi router successfully, and you can watch over the shoulder as I share how I build an app using Passion.io from scratch, and you can either just watch me and see how this thing works, or you can follow along in real time and you can actually watch a bit, pause, implement that step, watch a bit more, pause, etc., etc. Now the rules of engagement are as follows. Number one, the app has to be launched on Apple and Google. The users must be able to log in, they've got to be able to purchase some content, there's got to be a community in the app, progress tracking in the app, and most importantly, this app cannot be ugly. It's got to look nice, it's got to be user-friendly. I'm not technical at all. Let's see how long it takes me. Now, to make this a bit interesting, we've got a timer here. I'm going to start this timer when I start building the app from scratch. I have not prepared any content, I have not prepared any logos or design or anything. I'm going to do this all in real time with you. You're going to watch me, I'm going to time it, and let's see how we get on. Enjoy. Okay, ready? Timer starts now. Here we go. All right, let's go. So, Passion.io. This is where you can create your app in minutes, okay? Your own brand away from the noise, impact customers with your communities, courses, and challenges for any device. I can see here it's going to work for any niche, which is great because I'm going to create a drumming app, a music app. I can see it's worked for a lot of people before, and I can see all the good stuff that I'm going to do inside here. So I'm ready to get started. Choosing my plan right now, I'm going to go for the Pro plan because I just want to see how this thing works to get started. And I can either pay annually and I get a discount, or I can pay monthly. I'm going to go here for monthly. And I can see that I'm going to get my iOS app and my Android app, which is exactly what I need. This is going to work for my first 100 subscribers, so that's perfect. And let's get going. So let's fill in my details and create an account. This is exciting. Creating my account. Money's been successfully processed. Now we have a 30-day money back guarantee, which means that I can just get my money back if I'm not happy with this within 30 days. I'm going to just go for the basic account to get started. And my account's been created, and now I can click the button below to start personalizing my account. This is very exciting. So I can book my setup call now, and if you're getting started with Passion, I 100% recommend you do this. It's included, it's free, and it's proven that people who join one of these calls get their app 37 days quicker and make 2.2 times more revenue in the first 90 days. We've got a number of app ninjas who help you through this process. Here's Paul, that's one of them, and it's currently Friday the 12th. So there's nothing available today, but I can actually jump on a call next week, which is pretty exciting. Now, I would book a call myself, but I recommend for you, I won't book it right now because I know the platform a little bit already, but I really recommend if you're just getting started to book this call. And once you've done so, just hit continue and click the button below to start building your app. Here we go. All right, let's create me a password. Welcome to Passion. Let's get started. I want to call my app Boom. Now let's see if Boom is available. It's available. This is amazing. I can't believe it. In apps, the great thing, like boom.com is definitely not available, but there are so few apps compared to websites that you can actually get some pretty cool names. And they have to be unique. Like I couldn't use Facebook here. So Boom, that's amazing. Okay, now I'm onto this. Which type of app are you creating? Is it audio, a blank app, fitness app, online course app, or coaching app? Now let's learn more. I think it's going to be an online course app, but I can learn more here. I can watch a video about this. Most importantly, when you're choosing one of these templates, you are not limited to the pre-selected features of the template. So choose the one that you think is best for you, but don't worry if it's not perfect, right? Because you can always just you can still use all the features. All right. So now we're going to go. You can watch a video here that explains how it works. You can also check screenshots here to see how this template is going to work for you. I'm pretty happy with the online course app, so I'm going to choose that template. It's setting my app up for me. This is crazy. I'm very excited because I cannot write a line of code. I have never written a line of code. As soon as I see code, I get completely freaked out and I want to just leave the room. So this is pretty cool that I am now building an app as a non-technical person. Let's rock this. My app is live, redirecting you to a preview of your app. Oh my word. Okay, this is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, so I've got like courses here, I've got community, I've got tracking. So I've already got like a number of the things set up as templates, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to customize everything. Now, before I do, this is the first thing I recommend you to do. So we're now 6 minutes in and I already have a preview of my app with like a template with all of, with everything included. Now I'm going to switch over to my phone screen here real quick, and I'm going to show you how I would recommend to preview your app on your phone from day one. So here's my phone screen. There it is. I'm recording this and on my phone, and you can go to the App Store and you can search for Passion.io. And when you do that, just download that app. It's completely free. Download the app, and then when you get into the app, I'm going to allow tracking because why not? When you get into the app, you can search here for your app. So I'm going to search for Boom. Boom, the top one here, by Daniel Harvey. You can see that there's some similar ones like Boom exclamation mark, Boom 10x, Boom body, Boom fit, but you can see Boom, like just the word Boom was available, and there it is by Daniel Harvey. Now when I click that, I am now inside my app, inside this world, which is pretty cool, because anytime I change anything, I can preview it on my phone and I can look at how it really works and how it really feels. So I'm going to keep this up on my phone as I go through to make sure that I know what my changes are looking like, okay? Let's move on. Let's go through everything that we're going to build. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a course, okay? I'm going to go through every step here, but the first thing I want to do is create a course. Now, I actually, there's a couple of examples here already, Smart Growth Hacks and Double or Nothing. I'm just going to delete one of these out because I just need one for the time being. And then I'm going to go into this one, Smart Growth Hacks, and I'm going to create something called Boom Live. And this is going to be 7 secrets to playing better live shows as a drummer. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is just change the name of this, Boom Live. Okay. And I'm going to put here 7 secrets to play better, more profitable live shows. You might know I used to be a professional drummer. I played in a band, and since that I learned a lot about how to do marketing and sales, and also just how to play really good live shows, because we played in front of a lot of people over a sort of 5-year period. So I now want to share my knowledge with others, and we're going to create this mini course called 7 Secrets to Play Better, More Profitable Live Shows. And I'm also I'm going to charge like a low amount for that, like maybe $49, £49, something like that. And then I'm going to create like a mentorship program inside the app for £2,000. And that's going to be pretty cool. So it's called Boom Live. Now I need to create a course image, which I'm going to do right now. And when I click upload here, I have the option to like choose anything I want. So I'm going to, actually what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to check the minimum resolution here is 1280 by 720. That's what I need. They are the dimensions of this thing up here. So I'm going to create now on Canva a design for this course image, okay? Because I told you I'm going to do this all in real time. 1280 by 720. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to create a design. I'm going to go custom size, 1280 by 720. Create new design. Cool. Okay, now, one thing I know, because I'm one of the founders of this company, but I'm now going to tell you, is that what you see here is, if I preview this, you see the desktop view and you see the mobile view, okay? And what you see is, on mobile view, it's going to take the center of this image that you upload, and on desktop view, it's going to take the whole image. And what that means is, I need the main content to be here in the center. So if I choose something like this, right, it's not going to work because the words are off to the left, and I know on mobile view I'm only going to see the beginning. So so I'm not going to choose something like that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upload an image. Let's see here, maybe this one right here. I've got another screen over there, so you'll see it in just a second. Okay, awesome. So this is a photo of me playing the drums, and I need to make it as wide as the canvas. I'm going to bring it up to somewhere that looks good like that. Cool. Now I want to put some words on the screen here like Boom Live. So I'm going to go text, and I'm going to add a heading. I'm going to choose a different font here, something a little bit cool, like maybe this. And I'm also going to make this white because, here we go. So, boom. And I'm going to add a subheading. This is called Boom Live. And the other one's going to be called Boom Mentorship. So this is my low ticket program. It's called Boom Live. I want those words to stick out a bit more. So what I'm going to do here, and I'm not a designer by any means, but Canva is so easy. I'm going to add a shape on top, right? Let's just do this together. And then I'm going to make it black, but I'm also going to make it a little bit transparent. You do it here. And by doing that, you see you can make the Boom Live stick out a bit more, right? So that doesn't stick out too much, but if you do something like that, that's pretty cool. Maybe a bit less there. Okay, and I'm now going to select these two. I want them to be like right in the middle, and I also want them to maybe be lifted, like really intense and really cool. And also what I'm going to do is just make these a little bit bigger, maybe like 80. That's looking pretty good. Here, maybe 50. That's also looking pretty good. And bring these to the center again. Cool. I like the look of that course image. I am now going to download this. 1280 by 720, that's what we need. I'm going to download it. All right, cool. Let's upload it into my app. Take it off preview mode. Upload. And here it is. Let's see how it looks. Ooh, yeah, like it. Let me check it on mobile view as well. Yes, perfect. Look at that. Okay, cool. So I've got my course image right there, which is very exciting for Boom Live. And I'm going to go in here now, and I'm going to create some content. So this is going to be 7 secrets to playing better live shows. And what you have here is what's called like a 2-level course. So you have like a module level with lessons inside. So level 1 is like currently called module, and then here you've got lessons inside. I might actually change module because I don't really like that word. I'm going to change it to Boom Secret. Okay. So you've got Boom Secret 1, Boom Secret 2, etc. Okay, now inside Boom Secret 1, I'm going to call this section, let's see, getting gigs, right? How to get more gigs, or how to get more gigs. I like that better. Okay, how to get more gigs. And there's going to be maybe 2 lessons inside here. So I'm going to remove this templated lesson. 2 lessons inside here. One is just going to be actually the welcome lesson. Welcome to Boom Live. And this is just going to be like a 5-minute lesson. And it's going to be everything you need to know. Cool. Lesson number 2, let's call it, how to get more gigs. So this is going to be the secret, how to get more gigs. This is going to be a 20-minute long lesson, And this is going to be, and we're going to say here, it's not what you think. Get a bit of marketing language in there. Okay, now, currently we've got 2 free lessons inside here. What does that mean? It means that you can set lessons here to be locked or free. And free means that they are completely public, they're open, anyone, doesn't matter whether they've logged into your app, whether they have an account, whether they've subscribed, it doesn't matter. If they find your app, they can easily just watch these lessons for free. And I'm going to keep it like that for these first ones because I actually want people to be able to watch the first 2 for free, because then it might get them excited to then unlock the next one, okay? So let's open up these lessons and see what it looks like inside. Oh, there's a new widget available, which is pretty cool. So inside Boom, welcome to Boom Live, everything you need to know. So in this, it's a template, right? And actually, I'm just going to get rid of this right here. Is a really nice checklist of everything that you can do to get started. I am actually going to skip these because I'm going to take you through it step by step anyway, and then we can get rid of this bell in the bottom right. So we just skip all of those things right there. And actually, I think we need to just put them in the bin here, and then we'll get rid of that bell. There we go. Cool. So inside this lesson, we've got a video at the moment and some text, but we can choose what we put in here. So we could put image, video, text, and within video, by the way, you can upload a video yourself. You can use videos that are already uploaded into the app, or you can use a YouTube or Vimeo link. It's totally up to you. Up here at the top, I would have a video that's like welcoming people to the app. I'm not going to produce this content because I think that you know how to produce content. You turn your camera on and you start talking. There's lots of cool ways of doing that. Like you can just share your screen like I am right now and show people, talk people through something. You can even just do that by opening up a Zoom call with yourself and hit record, share your screen, and then use that video. You can use your phone to film. You can do whatever you want. So there'll be a video up here welcoming people to the app, and then there'll be maybe some text. Delete that one out so you can see. Then we got like files. You can upload PDFs that are then openable inside the app, a stopwatch if you want, a type form, which is great for quizzes, getting people to fill in information about themselves or to give you feedback, to do a worksheet, to do journaling. The really great thing about Typeform is if I integrate that here, all I need to do is add a Typeform link, and I've got all of the functionality of Typeform inside my app, and it functions really smooth and really nice. I'm going to show you that on a later lesson. So you got lots of freedom and flexibility with what you can do inside here. Audio is another one that I really love. The great thing about audio is that when it's uploaded to your app, people can follow that audio with the screen off. So they can turn their screen off and they can just listen, all right? Could be an audio course, it could be an audio book, could be a meditation, could be music, doesn't matter. The great thing about audio is people can complete that with no added time. They can complete it while they're walking the dog, washing up, they're at the gym. That means that they can consume your content without investing any additional time. That's powerful because time is everyone's most scarce resource, okay? So really what you can do in here is pretty flexible and pretty cool. If you ever want to just preview it like that, you can do. Go into preview mode. You can see what it looks like on phone or on desktop. And then you can just like play your videos. You can check what it looks like. You can see there's a complete button down there, etc. So it's pretty cool. Okay, let's go back here to desktop mode. So that's my welcome lesson. I'm just going to give it a title here. All right, here we go. So that's lesson 1 complete. I'm going to move on to lesson 2 now. How to get more gigs. It's not what you think. So I'll probably have a video on top of here as well, and then have some text. Okay, I'm not going to write it out now. One thing I might do here already is I might give people the opportunity to apply for my mentorship already, because I'm going to give them 7 secrets right here. I've made the first secret for free, right? How to get more gigs is free. But I might think, well, maybe not everyone's going to get all the way through all 7. And I was thinking maybe I'll just promote the mentorship at the end of the 7th. But people might not get through them all. And they might also, they might not purchase for $49 or they might not even get there. So I might actually open up the ability for people to apply for my mentorship right here on the first lesson. So next step, fill in the form to apply for Boom Mentorship. Now, these seven secrets, they're going to give people a lot of ahas, a lot of epiphany moments, and it's going to be really exciting. But what I also want to do is work with people closely and help them apply those 7 secrets to their specific situation. And so I'm going to charge $2,000 for that. Now, $2,000 might sound like you might think like, oh, I don't know, Dan, if I can charge $2,000. But I want you to understand 2 things about that. First of all, how big is your audience? How many people can you actually speak to who would listen, right? Unless you're a mega celebrity, it's probably in the tens or maybe in the hundreds, maybe in the thousands, right? But let's say it's 100 people, and you want to make, let's say, 10K a month with your app. So from 100 people, you want to make 10K a month. Well, how many of those 100 people are actually going to buy from you? Not 100, right? Realistically, 10, 5. Let's say 5 people are going to buy from you each month, right? No more than that, just 5 people each month. Well, if you want to make 10K a month and only 5 people are buying from you, you're going to need to sell something for $2,000, right? Otherwise, if you sell it for $10, you're not going to make 10K, you're going to make $50 or $100, right? So the first thing you need to understand about pricing is, like, in order to get a good income, you have to charge what you're really worth, so that even though you're selling to maybe a small number of people in the beginning, you can still earn really good money. And then you can reinvest that money in growth and growing your audience and maybe doing some ads. But it's really important, unless you've got a big audience or a big budget, start with high prices, right? I really recommend that. And the second thing to understand about high prices is when people invest, they value it. And they are not buying an app for $2,000. They're buying an outcome. They're buying a result. They're buying a solution to a problem. And that is worth a great deal to people. If I would have been offered 7 years ago when I was playing in a band, a mentorship with someone who'd been there and done that and who'd learned how to make that into a sustainable career, I would have paid $2,000 in a heartbeat, okay? Not because it's an app, but because it would have helped me in my career as a drummer to be more successful, get more gigs, grow my audience, make more money, etc., etc. Okay? So that's why I'm going to charge $2,000. Now, how do I do that? If I just say, hey, buy this thing for $2,000 and I put a big button here, people aren't going to buy it. So I'm going to have people fill in a form, or maybe actually just book a call directly with me, and we're going to have them jump on a call directly with me. So maybe instead of filling in a form, this is a type form right here, which is in the template, but I'm going to delete that one out of there. And I'm going to say, fill in or book a call to apply for Boom Mentorship. Or click, and we're going to get rid of this. Okay. Next steps. Right. Let's add in a Calendly, because here, this is going to help people book a call with me. Now I'm going to set up Calendly. It's super easy. By the way, all the tools that I show you today, they are available with a free trial, and they're either free up to a certain point anyway, or there's a free trial, so nothing's too expensive here. This is my Calendly. I could create a Calendly link here. I'm just going to use this one. It's a 20-minute meeting. People can book it anytime, and you can even just view this page so you can see. Yeah, someone could book a call with me at these different times today, and that looks pretty cool. So I am going to just take the link here, copy, and I'm going to go back into my app, and I'm going to paste the link, hit submit. And by the way, I can choose, do I want to make it mandatory to book a call in order to complete this lesson? I don't, because I want to give people the flexibility to not apply if they don't want to. But if I wanted to make it like a requirement in order to complete the lesson, I could check that box there. All right, submit. Here we go. So now I have an app where in the first lesson of that app, they can book a call with me and they can watch a video. That's pretty cool. So now I'm going to go back over to my phone here, because I want to actually see this, right? So I'm going to open up again the Passion.io app. There it is. And I'm inside my app here, and let's see. Actually might just close this down and reopen it. So that's one thing that might happen is like if it doesn't update immediately, just close down the app and open it up again. And even another option you could do here as well is just go out of the app, out of there, and then just research again for your app. So I'm going to search for Boom. There we go. So Boom Live, 7 ways, 7 secrets to play. I can really like go through my app and like check it now, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go into the Boom Secret 1, which is the only thing I've built so far. Welcome to Boom Live. I'm going to just check what that looks like. The YouTube video is looking good. Okay. Let's go on to how to get more gigs. This is looking good. Can I book a call? Yes, I can. I can book a call directly inside my app. That is amazing. So cool. Okay, now let's go back out of the app. Let's go back to my screen here and let's continue building. So I've now done my first secret, which is cool. I'm not going to build all of them out because I would just be like rinsing and repeating. But I will just put the titles in here and the titles of the lessons. So I'm just going to have, in here I might just have 1 lesson per section. Now, with these, I'm going to use drip content, which means that the lessons are not all available immediately after purchase, but it takes some time after purchase for them to be dripped. So these 2 are available for free, and then I am going to I'm going to disable this drip on this one, but I'm going to make it locked, right? So it's not free, it's locked, which means that they can see these 2 for free. They can then purchase these 7 secrets for $49. And then the first lesson will be immediately unlocked, which is, what should we call it? Let's call it how to keep time on stage. So one of the things I really struggled with is like, I got so excited. I used to like speed up and that's no good. Okay, so I could put a subtitle, but I won't. And I'm going to make that completely open that people, as soon as they purchase, get access to how to keep time on stage. Okay, Boom Secret number 3. Let's go on to this one here. I'm going to drip this lesson 1 day after purchase. So they get how to keep time. Then 1 day later, they're going to get this next one, which I'm going to call Stage Presence. How do you spell presence? I think it's like that. The next one, let's call it Why Less is More. The next one, let's call it Equipment List. Actually, sorry. We're going to just have 1 lesson per section, aren't we? So Boom Secret number 1 has a welcome and a secret, and they're unlocked for free. Then you've got Boom Secret number 2, keeping time, how to keep time on stage. Boom Secret 3, we're going to call it Stage Presence. By the way, I'm having 1 secret. I'm having 1 secret in here, 1 lesson per secret, but you could add multiple. I'm just keeping it simple to show you how this functionality works. The next one here, Boom Secret number 4. Why Less is More. Edit drip lesson here. I'm going to do that one 2 days after. Okay, sorry. I was having problems with my fancy camera there, so I'm just moving over to this camera here, which is less fancy, but who cares? This is real and raw. So I have now generated 7 lessons, and they're all dripped out 1 day after the other. And on the first lesson, I've given people the opportunity to book a call with me and upsell to my more expensive thing. And I could do the same thing on my last lesson as well. All right, now let's go back into courses. We've done the first one. I'm now going to do the second one, which is going to be a very simple one that I'm going to give access to when people join Boom Mentorship. Okay. Now with Boom Mentorship, let's open this up and name it Boom Mentorship. profitable drumming. Learn to become a profitable drummer. Okay, now I need a feature image here as well, and it's just going to be very similar to this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to duplicate that, and I'm going to call it Boom Mentorship. I'm going to make the text a bit smaller. Okay, and I'm going to actually just remove that, and I'm going to add a different image in here. Let's choose a different image. Let's say this one over here. I'm going to bring it over onto the screen. There it is. Believe it or not, that is me at the back, stood on my drum kit, playing a gig. Okay, cool. And I'm just going to take that overlay on top again. So yeah, that's me right there, stood up in my old band. So Boom Mentorship, there it is. I'm going to share that one as well. I'm going to download it. I just want page 2, which is this one here. Download. Here we go. Uploading Boom 1. Let's see if this works. Learn to become a profitable drummer. Boom Mentorship, there it is. Oh, it's getting real now. It's so exciting. Okay, now I only need a few lessons in here, so I'm going to delete out the ones from this template here. When people join Boom Mentorship, I'm going to do a weekly call with them, okay, for $2,000. A one-time fee of $2,000. I'll do a weekly call for the first 12 weeks, okay? And so what I'm going to do here, I don't want it to be called week 1 because that's no good. So I'm just going to call it, this time I'm going to call it module. And then each section will be named module 1, module 2, etc. The only thing I want to do inside here, I want to change the name here to Profitable Drumming Mentorship. Something like that. Okay, and I'm going to put here, welcome to the inner circle. It's just the exclusive people in here. I might have just like a 5-minute welcome video so they know how this whole thing works. And then I will put just book your weekly calls. And that's just going to take 2 minutes. Just give them subtitles here. Get close or get one-on-one support. Okay, and we don't need any of these ones in the template, so I'm just going to delete those ones out. I also don't need it to be dripped. I want it to be available immediately. Okay, and welcome to the inner circle. I'm going to have a video there, which I would film as well. I'm not going to write all the text out here. If you ever want to change the formatting of text, just highlight it. You can make it into a heading. You can make it bold or not. Well, here you can make it bold or not because it's not a heading. Italics, underlined. You can also hyperlink there. You can make it into a quote, which just puts it in a box like that. You can do numbered list, bullet points, or also, I can't remember what that is. Anyway, it does something cool, I'm sure. Cool, so there's welcome to Inner Circle, then book your weekly calls here. I'm not even going to have a video. Book a call below. Whoops, there we go. And I'm going to put, again, Calendly in here. This time I'm going to use a different Calendly link because this is not for a sales call for mentorship, but it's for the actual support that people get. So I'm just going to open up Calendly again. You can create a different link this time. Maybe it's longer than 20 minutes. Maybe it's a 45-minute call. So I'm just going to open up this one here. Take the live. You want to take the live page, the link for the live page, and then just pop it in there. And people can complete that. They can just go in anytime and book a call with you. Okay, so that is all of the content in my app done. And let's see how far I am in. 38 minutes. Where am I? Here I am now. 38 minutes in, and I've already designed my courses, added my content, and it looks really cool on mobile and on desktop. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the communities. So we're going to go here into Passion Products. We're going to go down here into the community, and I can create a community here. Actually, what I'm going to do, I could do this right here. I'm going to do it inside my app because I want you to see just how easy it is and just how fun and how cool it is. So I'm actually going to go onto my phone screen again. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we are on my phone screen. I'm going to open up the Passion.io app, and I'm going to go, I actually need to log in with my same login credentials. As a creator, when you log into your own app, you're going to have more flexibility than a non-creator, okay? You're going to have more features and functionality. So I need to log in with the same email address that I signed up with when I joined Passion. Now you can see already the community and tracking and everything has unlocked itself. So here I am inside community. I'm going to have 2 different communities inside this app, one for every person who joins the cheap $49 product, and one just for the mentorship. And we're going to treat those people differently inside the community, and I'll show you how that works. So the first one I'm going to create is the community here. Give it a name. I'm going to call it Boom Live. That's the 7 secrets. Share your success with the 7 secrets. And I can choose which pricing plans get access to that. I haven't actually created the pricing plan yet, so I'm just going to select one of the template ones, and then we'll edit that later. I'll show you how to do that. What you can also do is add an image here. You can select from library, use the camera. What will I do here? I'm just going to use the camera. I'm going to take a quick picture. Oh, don't like that one at all. I'm going to do it again. I was leaning back too far. Okay. Use that photo for my community. There we go. All right, create community. So this one is just going to be for people who get my $49 product, and the other one is going to be for the people who join the mentorship as well. There it is. Okay, cool. So let me just create the other community, and then I'll set both of them up. So here I'm going to add a different image. Okay, not the coolest images, but you get the idea. Community name, I'm going to call it Boom Mentorship. Welcome to the inner circle. And again, there's actually a pricing plan in the template called Inner Circle, but we'll set up which pricing plans are required in just a second. A pricing plan is basically a bundle of things that you include for a different amount of money. So you can include different courses, different communities, different things for a different amount of money. So we've got 2 different communities now. Let's go into the Boom Live one. You need to accept the terms and conditions. And now this is asking you to create a profile picture for your own personal profile, which of course you want to do. So when you interact in your community, people know who you are. So I'm just going to do it right now. Okay, I've added my own thing. It's already pre-selected my first name and last name from when I signed up, which is a pretty cool feature. Thank you, team, for creating that amazing feature. These little details are so hard to get right, but so helpful. Cool, so I've created that, and now I can create my first channel. A channel is like a subject matter that you want people to discuss. So I'm going to create a channel here, and the channel is going to be called Intros. I want people to introduce themselves when they first join. Say hello to the community. Now I could add an image here as well, but I'm not going to. So yeah, I'll allow access to all photos. Yeah, I could have added an image, but it will add like a template thing here based on your name anyway. So there's something there. I'm going to add another channel here called Share Success. Actually, I'm going to add how to get booked. So people can share tips on how to get gigs. The great thing about a community is that you're adding value by creating conversation. You don't even need to create the content yourself. You just need to create an environment where people talk. And so by creating a channel called How to Get Booked, people will share insights on how to get booked, and they'll get value from that. And you haven't done anything, just created the space for it to happen. Now you can see the intros has gone below How to Get Booked. And why is that? Because the channels are in alphabetical order. So if you press and hold, you can actually change the name. And what I'm going to do here is I'm simply going to add a number at the start of each channel name, because then it will go to the top. So press and hold, hit edit, go here, give it a number. Cool. And then I'm going to add one more channel. We're going to call it number 3. What am I going to call it? Equipment tips. Again, create an environment where people talk and it adds value to the whole community. Share advice and questions about equipment. Cool. So now we have 3 channels, and you can also, if you want, go in and post in one of those channels. Hey everyone, I'm Dan, the creator of this app. Whoops. How's it going? Okay, cool. So the first post is in there already. People can also go into that thread and comment on that specific post, which is pretty cool. Now, the next thing that I want to show you about in here is, like, when you get members, there'll be a list of members inside this community. I don't have any members yet, but what's cool about that is that you can DM people, but they can't DM you first, which means that how I'm going to manage this community is, if they are not in my mentorship, I'm not going to DM them, and therefore they can't DM me back, right? So they can just speak publicly and that's it. But if they're going to be in my Boom mentorship, I'm going to actually send a DM to everyone who joins so that they can reply in DM, and then we can have one-on-one conversations, which is more valuable than the other community, which is cheaper, where they can't send me DMs. Okay, so Boom mentorship, you already get the idea here. So I'm just going to call this one general, and I'm just going to put like everything Boom. Everything about Boom. Whoops. Cool. So that's it. And then what I would do is, every time someone joins, I would click their name inside here, and I would DM them. Actually, what I will do at this point, no. I'll create a pricing plan. Then I'm going to, later, once I've done that, I'll create an end user so you can see how this looks for your customers in the future as well. So we've done learn, we've done community, and now we are going to do tracking. Tracking is something where you can ask people to keep track of a specific thing, whatever that is, you can decide, and then the app will actually keep track of that over time. You can use that for cool things like journaling, like logging any kind of diary entry, something numerical like revenue or whatever, could just be for check-ins, and you can decide whether those things, that data becomes public to all users or private just for the people who are tracking it and yourself. Now, in the template here, it says daily revenue, but I of course don't want to help people track daily revenue because it's not relevant to my app. So I'm going to delete that one and create a new one, and I'm going to call it practice time. And then I'm going to put here, by the way, I love the voice dictation feature on the iPhone. So you see on the bottom right of my screen, I'm now going to use that to type without typing. So I'm going to say, keep track of how many minutes you practice every day, full stop. Aim for at least 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week, ! Okay, so that's that. And then, do I want to limit the maximum trackable value? No. If I wanted to say, how do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, I could do that, and then I could input the maximum value, but I don't need that. And then it says make tracking data available to all users. I actually do want to do that. So now there'll be a public leaderboard. I can choose the icon here. Whoops. There we go, sorry. I can choose the icon here, I think for time. What's a good one for time? What's that one there? Okay, cool, practice time. I'll show you how the check-ins work when I sign up as an end user in a few minutes. So I've now done my content, I've done my community, I've done tracking, and now I'm going to go back into the platform. And here we go. And I'm going to set up the pricing plans and learn how to take money inside this app, which is pretty exciting. So in order to take money inside your app, you're going to need to connect some kind of payment processor. I recommend Stripe as the best one. Now, there's different ways of taking payments inside your app, I should say. If it's inside your native app, then you're going to use in-app purchases, which is done directly through Apple and Google. But if you're going to do it externally, like on the web, then you can use Stripe. I really recommend using this because Apple and Google charge 15% commission or payment fee. And also they limit how much you can charge for. They usually allow you to charge up to $50 a month or up to $100 total for a product. Well, of course, I want to charge $2,000 and I don't want them to take 15% of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge via Stripe, and then they'll get access to my app after that. So just the payment happens outside the app. Everything else happens inside the app. Okay, so to do that, I need to connect Stripe. So I'm going to hit here, connect. Now I'm going to log in with my Stripe account. If you don't have a Stripe account yet, that's totally fine. You can easily create one on this screen. This screen usually gives you the option. It's because I already have a Stripe account and they know that. But there's usually a button on this screen saying create a Stripe account if you don't have one. It's very easy. Okay, cool. And just like that, I've connected my Stripe account, which is pretty exciting. Now when I go into the payment plans section, I now can take payment because every time someone purchases my thing, they will be charged on Stripe and they will get access automatically to my products and my pricing plans. So now let's bring all of these things together that we've created into a pricing plan. And I'm going to have two different products. These are the ones out of the template. I'm going to delete these ones out. I don't need them. You can either choose subscription or one time. I am going to delete out these ones. Create a new one from scratch. Okay. So as you see, you've got like these two communities that I created. You've got user tracking. You've got the courses I've created. So I'm going to choose what I want to include. The first thing I'm going to create is the pricing plan for Boom Live, which is going to be $49. So I want the Boom Live community and also the Boom Live course. I'm not going to include the tracking there. I'm going to make that exclusive to people in the mentorship. So it's another reason to upgrade into the mentorship, that they can track their progress inside the app. It's a one-time payment. I'm going to call this Boom Live. I'm going to charge $47. I'm going to charge US dollars, but you can choose your local currency. On the native app itself, if you are charging inside the app, the currency will automatically localize. So if I charged $47, for example, and then my user accessed the app from the UK, it would charge the equivalent of $47, but in UK. So it might be, I don't know, £39 or whatever it is. Okay. Description: 7 secrets to level up your live drumming. And create the plan. Simple as that. Pretty cool. There it is for $47. And I can now sell this with a checkout page. If you copy that, you can now, there's now a web checkout on the internet that people can now purchase for $47 your product. But we'll look at that again later. So that's that one. And I'm going to create another one with user tracking, with Boom Mentorship for the community and course. And I'm going to call it here Boom Mentorship. I'm going to charge $2,000 for that one. Get one-on-one support to become a profitable drummer. By the way, if you can help people make more money in what they're doing, it's worth a lot of money, right? Obviously, it makes sense, right? The best thing you can sell is money, right? Because then it gives a really good justification for people to invest in that thing, which is why I'm not just helping people learn the drums better, I'm helping them learn to monetize their drumming skills, because therefore it makes sense for them to invest $2,000 in that. Okay, so I've now created these plans. I am ready to actually sell this stuff. But where am I going to sell it? I need to create a sales page. So I'm going to go into Passion Apps. There's a welcome screen and a sales page. Let's actually start with the welcome screen right here, because you can see there's like a logo here and stuff that doesn't really look like my app. And then there's the sales page. So I'm going to go in and edit these things. First of all, the logo there is actually done inside the branding area. So go into theme, go into branding, and this logo, that logo there. I'm actually just going to delete that one out for the time being, and delete this one out, and also delete this one out. These are just from the templates, okay? So let's see. So that logo has now been deleted out of there. I don't need that anyway. This background, you can have a video here. I'm going to have an image, so I'm going to just remove that one out. And the great thing, you can always hit this little question mark, and there's something that says here, minimum resolution 750 by 1336. So I can now go and see, do I have a cool photo that works for that kind of, those kind of dimensions? Just having a look here. In my other screen, maybe this one works. Let's see. So I'm going to upload. Let's see if this one's big enough. I think it is big enough. This is me playing at a music festival. Photo taken from behind me playing, and you can see playing in front of a lot of people. So that's a good one for building like trust and credibility that I know what I'm talking about. This says here testimonial quote, so you can add like testimonials and then like, you know, the person's quote and the person's name. And if you add multiple, it will like scroll through them. Or you can just use this as a way of like adding a title and a subtitle. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put boom there, and then I'm going to put level up as a drummer. That's it. Pretty cool. Now I'm going to move on to the sales page here, and I am going to, you can see that it's got like some, it looks pretty cool, right? But it's obviously not, doesn't look like the Boom app just yet. So we're going to edit this stuff. There's here on the left-hand side, widgets, different things you can add. In the template, there's already some widgets added, and the format is already pretty nice. So I'm going to keep the format roughly the same. I, of course, don't want that image there. I'm going to add a different image. Let me just check over here to find a nice image that I like. Okay, I just downloaded one. I think this is a pretty nice image. Someone playing the drums. So I'm gonna, that's actually not me, that's a stock image. You can always search on if you just Google royalty-free images, you can just search there and yeah, get nice images for your app. Sometimes if something doesn't immediately show up for whatever reason, just refresh the page. There you go. This stuff happens with all technology. It's just like learning the little like workarounds and quirks. You just like hit refresh and there it is. So let's edit the headline here. Welcome to Boom. Level up as a drummer. And the button Get Started looks pretty good to me. Okay, and then here is like a hero image. Do you feel stuck? That's obviously not relevant to me. So I'm going to put like, I might put some credibility thing here. Like, Boom has helped over 142 drummers level up. It's a nice like piece of credibility that you're not alone, right? Let me find another image here to put behind there. Maybe this one here is quite nice. Ideally, I would show maybe a picture of me teaching someone something here, but I actually don't have that. So instead, I'm just going to add a picture of me in front of a lot of people, because then again, it's creating like some psychological kind of proof. Again, just refresh this page. There it is. That looks pretty cool, right? That's me in front of like 20,000 people. Boom, has helped over 142 drummers level up. Nice. Okay, now it's like this is a carousel here where you have like an image and then a title and then text, and it scrolls through them and people can see. I love using this for testimonials because people can see, they'll find someone that looks like them, and then they'll be excited about it because it's like, oh, well, if they can do it, I can do it too, because they're really similar to me. So yeah, You're Not Alone is a nice title here. And then I, of course, can change all of the text of these people here. I won't do that right now because it's going to be boring for you, but what I will do is just change the images, because I really want the images here to look like, they need to be drummers, right, at the end of the day. So let me go in here. I'm just grabbing, I've got 5 images I'm going to add as testimonials. All right, so let's upload the first one. Testimonial 1. Let's upload the second one, testimonial 2. Get images of your actual customers. I really recommend it. There you go. Okay, 4. Perfect. So again, you can always just refresh the page if you want to make sure everything is nice and up to date. And look at that. Everything I wanted and more. Love the program. Here's this girl playing. There's a guy here playing drums. You'd be mad not to. Looks pretty nice, huh? All right, what you get when you get started today. Now, I can change this text here. It's like a list of features they're going to get. I'll leave that for the time being. Features you'll love. And so here you can see like watch on any device. They do get that, so I can leave that in there. Leaderboards, join the fun. Challenges, discover new content when the timer hits 0. Individual feedback, submit your progress and get feedback from your coach. Community instantly. Yeah, most of these are relevant to my app, so I'm going to leave them in there. You, of course, can change them if you want. Get started today. And let's actually choose which pricing plans I have on here. I can have Boom Live and Boom Mentorship. What I'm actually going to do, you've got 2 different widgets here, pricing plan and multi-pricing. Pricing plan is when you just want to have one pricing plan on your sales page. Multi-pricing is when you want to have multiple. It's not so surprising, right? So let's delete out the multiple one because we're just going to have a single pricing plan on this sales page here. So I'll just drag it in, and I'm going to give the headline, get started now. The main headline is going to be Boom Live. The button text is going to be get instant access. And this web app checkout URL, that's if you want to use an external checkout, like from a different company. That's optional. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to use the Passion Payments checkout via Stripe because it's nice and easy. And which plan is it, Boom Live or Boom Mentorship? It's Boom Live. Okay, there it is. Boom Live, $47 US. Boom Live's included. Get instant access. Done. I can also add here, for example, FAQs on the bottom, which is pretty nice. So you can add a question like, how much time do I need? 15 mins per day. Done, etc. Right? And then you get these like FAQs added to the bottom. You can also add, if you want to add any terms and conditions or any like smaller stuff, you can always add these as FAQs at the bottom. All right. Okay, so I've now got a really nice sales page. I've got a really nice welcome screen here. It's all coming together. I'm now going to go into theme and choose my colors and my branding a little bit to just make the app feel like my own. Now, there is a template here that you can use. You can choose between. There's customized colors. I chose a template at the beginning, and this came with these custom colors here. I actually really like them, so I'm going to leave them the same. The only thing I might change here is this color for, let's see, maybe something that we've found in Canva already that looks nice. We actually don't have any specific colors so far. Maybe I'll just leave that one. Yeah, maybe I'll leave it. You could change this color if you wanted to. You could change any of these colors, but I think it looks pretty nice. Cool. And then you can also choose whether to have Passion Branding on or not. If you're on Pro, Passion Branding is going to be on. To upgrade to Ultimate, or to get the Passion Branding completely switched off, you just need to upgrade to Ultimate. So I'm going to leave that on for the time being. Really all it is a little pop-up that says like made with passion, and it comes up on the bottom on a couple of screens, quite small. Okay, the logo for the authentication screen I already deleted. I don't need that. The background for the Discover page and the loading state background. So what you can do here as well is you can just choose images that you've used before. So I'm just going to choose this one here. Cool. And header for sequence image. We actually don't have any sequences in the app, so I'm not going to upload anything there. A sequence is something that is like a list. I'll quickly show you what a sequence is. If you go to Passion Products, go to Courses, open one up. Let's just open up like a new one here, and then hit the plus symbol. You can add what's called a sequence. And a sequence is, I'll just give you an example. Yeah, here a sequence is either interactive exercises or timed interactive exercises. And what happens is you upload an image, an instructional video, and a playback video. And then it basically people basically follow along with this sequence in real time. And so it's really good for things like fitness, also cooking, if you want to give people like step-by-step instructions, but it's not really relevant to my use case. So I'm going to remove that out of the app. Just going to refresh the page. I'm not sure if that remove was successful or not. Cool, that's done. All right, perfect. So I've now changed my theme here. Passion messaging is push notifications. We're going to set that up later when the app is live. PassionMetrics is where you manage your users, but I don't have any users yet, so we don't need that. We've done pricing plans, we've done settings, so yeah, everything's looking good. All right, let's see what's next. So now I can actually test this as an end user on the Passion.io app and really go through this process and just see like how it's working for me, which is pretty exciting. So let me go back over to my phone screen here real quick. Cool. Open up the Passion.io app. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to log out because I want to experience this as an end user. Okay. So I'm going to log out and then I'm going to create an end user account. I'm actually going to shut this stuff off and open it back up because I want it to reload. You remember before I said like, when you like worked on your app a lot, you could just go back out of the app, close it off, open it up again, and then research for your app, and then it will basically update everything, everything inside your app. So let's go here, boom. Cool. So now you can see it's nice and updated. You got me here playing in front of some people, which looks good. I like the color scheme. If I go to Discover, I get the nice sales page here. Let's check that out. Cool. So you can see the sales page. It looks really nice. Beautiful. See all the features inside the app. Okay, and by the way, inside the Passion.io app, people cannot purchase because the money would go to us instead of you, which you don't want. So people can't purchase inside the app, but they can purchase inside your web app or inside your own native app, which we're going to go ahead and launch now. Let's check out the Learn section here. Only Boom Live is showing because they would have to upgrade into Boom Mentorship in order to see that one. And I also want to just open this up and see the Calendly link here. So after I purchase Boom Mentorship through this Calendly call that I'm going to do, you would then unlock it inside the app and they would get access there. So then let's create an account as an end user here. Let's create something just called like testboom@gmail.com. Create a password for that account. All right, so I've now got an account inside there, and I'm just going to quickly switch back to the platform for just a second. And you'll see in the PassionMetrics section that you'll get a list of all of your users here, and you can see Test Boom, which is the one I just signed up with, and I'm going to add just Boom Live to the subscription. So you can use this if you ever want to give anyone access to your app, just have them sign up or sign up for them for a free account, as I just did, and then activate their subscription. Okay, so we've got this Boom Live here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my phone screen here. Okay, cool. So let's find the Passion.io app once more. There it is. And you can see that's pretty cool. So test Boom, I've got access to all of the content. For Boom Live, I've also got access now. Actually, let me just close it down again and open it back up to get things. Yeah, there we go. So it's just like you have to close it down and open it up to reload if you make any changes. So here it is. So I've got Learn and Community. Inside the community, I've just got to accept the terms and conditions. I need to give myself a name. I'm going to call myself Test Boom. And I'm also going to add an image. I'm just going to do that so I look a bit different than than the owner of the app. We really encourage people to sign up with a first name and a last name and an image, because then the community is just a lot, a much better place to be. Cool. So I now have access to this community here. I only see the Boom Live community because that's the only product I have access to. You've got these 3 different channels here. Yes, I'm going to allow access to photos, and you can see I've got this message here already from Dan, the creator. Hey, I'm a test user. And you can see that I can now reply to Dan inside that thread, which is pretty cool. And then, in Boom Live, you've got all the content here. If you go in here, you see the video at the top. I can book a call here to book my Calendly call. I can also go back, community, etc. So it's all looking pretty nice from that perspective. So let's now go back over to the platform. In fact, let's check in. How long has this taken so far? So from start to finish, I now have an app completely finished. I just need to put it live on Apple and Google. That's it. 1 hour 20. 1 hour 20. That's pretty cool. All right. So 1 hour 20 in, I've designed my whole app. I've done the sales page. I've done everything. I've tested it. It's looking pretty cool. Now I'm going to go back over to the platform, and I'm going to go into sales channels. And this is where you can set up your App Store stuff for Apple and for Google, for web, and for the Passion.io app. So we're going to start with web. The name of my app is going to be Boom, and the URL, let me see if Boom is available, boom.passion.io. Yes, that is available. The web app icon, that's the logo for the web app. I'm going to get rid of that. I need to build a logo. I haven't done that yet. As you can see here, it still says your logo up there. So I'm going to go into here. I'm sure there's actually, if you type in logo, there's probably, create a blank logo. Perfect. Square logo. That's what we need. I'm going to search in here for drumming. Let's see what I get. That's already looking pretty cool. I'm going to call it Boom. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to make these both bigger. You got to remember, with a logo on your app home screen and everything, it's pretty small, right? Like like if you look at Facebook, it's just a big letter F, that's it. So you don't have a lot of space there. I might make this here a little bit smaller. Make the word boom a little bit bigger. Make sure it's in the center. And also I'm going to use the same font. What's the font here? It is this one, a Grandia Grand Black. Oh yeah, there you go. Cool. Make sure it fits the page. Nice. Looks amazing. Now, what color do I want that to be? I might have a black logo with white everything else. So I'm gonna make that white. Gonna make this white. And then the actual this I'm gonna make black. Oh yeah, look at that. That is amazing. Okay, so I can now download this one. Also, you can see inside here, remember how big it should be. It says it needs to be 1024 by 1024. So I'm going to go back into here and make sure it's big enough. Oh, I need to upgrade to Canva Pro for that. Okay, I'm going to try it for free. Okay, signed up for the free trial. I'm now going to download. Need to make it a bit bigger. Let's select that file here. It's getting very exciting now. There it is. Boom. Now if I just refresh this page here. Let's see. I might need to publish. Let's see. There it is, boom.passion.io. Got the boom logo up there. Really cool. Okay. So that is the web app is done. The Passion.io app here, it's up to you if you have this switched on or off. Basically what this does is on here, it will give people the opportunity to download the, it will have like a little pop-up that comes up sometimes that just says, would you like to do this on the Passion.io app? Because until you get your native app, they can use the web app here, which is boom.passion.io, or they can use the Passion.io app, of course, right? And you can turn that pop-up on or off using this little toggle here, and that's it, okay? Very simple. I'm going to keep it on because I like it. All right, Apple Store and Google Play Store. So let's go into setting up my Apple account first of all. Now, heads up on this one, I'm not going to be able to launch this on Apple and Google immediately. Why? Because they take a few days to do their pieces. So you need to first create an Apple developer account. You then need to connect that developer account to Passion, and then you need to submit your app, and they need to review it, and it needs to go live. Okay, and so these three things, they take a little bit of time. Usually takes, it depends on Apple, to be honest, but it usually takes between 1 and 2 weeks, something like that. It can take longer, so just setting that expectation. But our team, we have a dedicated team helping you with exactly this process. And so I will do this process. I will show you the whole thing. But of course, because it takes a few days, I'm going to I will stop recording this, and when the next step happens, I'll start again and you'll see me coming in. Okay, so this is setting up the app thing here, and it says here, we've detected a few issues in your iOS app. Please update the following. Prices are displayed on the front page. So that's going to be my sales page and my, where's that going to be? Let's see. It might be on my sales page. Are prices displayed on here other than the pricing plan? I think not, so that should be fine. Welcome screen, nothing is there. Okay, I think that's actually fine. Sometimes with these warnings that pop up, they're just advisable. So you don't need to do this to move on. I couldn't find it, and so I just moved on. This thing here, learn how to get your app approved faster. This document here is really helpful. What do I need to do before submitting my app? So you get like a checklist of a cheat sheet, and then like the apps, the products, you see different things. So don't submit too early. It needs to look like a complete app to the reviewer. So when the Apple review and the Google review person actually checks your app, it needs to look not like a template, like just getting started. It needs to look like an app that's ready, which is why I've done this when I've done this, and not any sooner. That being said, it doesn't need to have like thousands of videos and thousands of images and everything. It just shouldn't look like it's completely brand new and all just like half built. Okay. After you submit, don't edit the Passion Apps section, because every time you change it, it goes back into review and it might take longer. Don't list any pricing plans above $50 on your main home screen, on your main sales page, which we've now blocked, so you can't anyway. Don't include any content that goes against Apple guidelines, anything sexual, anything about violence, COVID, you've got to be careful of. Check the guidelines, but generally speaking, it's common sense, PG-13 stuff. Add either a multi-pricing or a pricing plan widget to your sales page, which we have. At least one audio widget in one of your lessons, preferably in the first few lessons, so it can easily be spotted by the reviewers. Now, that's like a bit of a quirky one, but basically we have this piece of code on the app that allows you to have your audio widgets and have the screen, have the app work with the screen switched off. That little bit of code, Apple only want you to have that little bit of code if you have an audio widget, right? So you just have to add an audio widget, and then you can also even remove it later. That's fine. So I'd forgotten about that one. So I'm going to go into Boom Live right now. I'm going to go into, it said ideally within the first few lessons, right? So I'm going to actually add one in here. I'm going to add an audio higher up on the page. Maybe even instead of a welcome video, I might have a welcome audio for this one. And then I can just upload it here, right? Or I can choose a recently uploaded one. The easiest way, I can even show you like how I produce content. Like the easiest way sometimes, I'm just going to go back over to my phone screen. Okay, I'm going to search for voice recorder, voice memos. I'm going to say, hey, welcome to the app. So glad that you're here. I'm really excited to help you level up as a drummer and become a profitable, gigging professional drummer. If you would like to apply for the Boom Mentorship, you can do so just below. This is where we're going to work together more closely and help you out, achieve your goals, and figure out how to apply these 7 secrets to your specific situation. Or just go ahead with these 7 secrets, watch them, learn them, implement them in your drumming, in your life, in your business, and just share in the community the results you get. We're really excited to see how you get on. Cool. So I've recorded a 30-second audio. I'm now going to, I also, of course, I need to upload that into my app, right? So I'm going to hit share. I'm going to actually just use Apple's AirDrop feature, which is really nice because you quickly get your audio or your files into your computer. I can now, it's an M4A and it needs to be an MP3. Okay, let's see if I can change that 1 second. Sometimes you've got to be creative. So change M4A to MP3. Online audio converter, perfect. Open files. This one, MP3. I want it to be the best. Convert. Download. There you go. Sometimes you've got to be creative, people. There we go. And we're uploading the audio, and there it is. Okay, so you see, I'm just going through this process like you are. Sometimes you got to figure things out, and you can also just like preview this, see what it looks like. Hey, welcome to the app. So glad that you're here. Looks cool, right? It's in the color scheme. Amazing. You can see it on mobile view as well. Oh. Hey, welcome to the app. Oh, so cool, so cool. All right. Good. So then I'm going to go back to this checklist. I've done one audio widget. Don't click on submit on native apps again until you get a response. That's fine. Make sure all Apple agreements are accepted. We're going to see that in a second when we sign up for the developer accounts. They quite often, if passion fighters feel that there's like a delay with their app, quite often it's because they haven't accepted some of the terms and conditions from Apple, and they just need to go in there and accept them. Get rid of any placeholder text like this is a lesson, which we have already done. References to future content like unlocking soon or future workout or whatever are not allowed. So yeah, take out anything that says like, hey, we're going to add stuff later. Don't mention the price in your app summary. Don't show the price in your screenshots. We're going to come to app summary and screenshots in just a second as well. Screenshots cannot show Android phone frames and cannot show real hands. We actually have a screenshot builder that helps you like get around any of the Apple review policies here and the Google ones. Don't give health or nutrition advice without references. If you use copyrighted content, please include proof of copyright. Don't use imagery that could be considered nudity. Don't use any obvious links to purchase your content outside of your app. Okay? All right, now moving on, Passion Apps, make sure everything is filled out. You'll see that these things need to be green check marks here, which ours already are. You can go back into here, Passion Apps, you can see green check marks, perfect, so that's done. And if they're not, then this is a list of stuff you can check. Passion products, do you have at least 1 week of original content or 5 lessons? Yeah, I've got about 7 lessons, so that's fine. Have your templates all been removed with replaced with your content? In my case, right, if you remember, I did leave some of this stuff in there, so you would need to make sure you change it, but for the sake of time today, inside here I did leave a couple of like lesson title and whatever. You'll need to change that to get your app live, so I'll do that after the recording, because Apple and Google don't want like this is a lesson, it needs to be like real original content. Okay, FAQs, can I still offer high tickets? Yes, as you've seen, you can. You just don't list it on the sales page on your app, but you rather get them to purchase it over the phone or over the web app or over an external checkout page. There's lots of different ways you can take high ticket sales, but just don't list it on the sales page in your app. Yeah, and that's why to do it. You don't get like rejections on Apple and Google. You save the commission from Apple and Google, and also it prevents delays in getting it live. Cool. So then we have, let's go back to sales channels here. We have done the checklist and we know that we are ready to rock. Okay, I understand Passion will make minor changes to get my app live. We have this whole team who are sitting there working really hard to get your app live as quick as possible. Sometimes if Apple or Google say, hey, we don't want this in the app or that in the app, our team will just go in and make minor changes. They will inform you what they've changed, and you can also change it back after the app's live, but they do that just to help get the app live as quickly as possible. Now, set up Apple developer account. Your app will be hosted in the Apple App Store. That's exciting. And you will need a developer account with Apple. You can either provide your own or you can ask us to do it for you. If you don't have your own already, I really recommend getting us to do it for you. It's a lot easier. So click on that button, first name, last name, address, fill in your personal details and hit next step. Pretty cool. Okay, confirm your app details. App name is Boom, yes. App logo, so it just says your logo here. Obviously we don't want that. You can have different logos depending on your, for different things. I'm just going to use the same one. I think it looks great. If you want, you can also just choose one of our predefined logos here, and you can also shuffle if you're looking for something else. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, app description. This is your app description. You can edit it. This app brings you to the next level. Join our community and check out the unique content that will help you level up your skills. Installing the app is free of charge. I'm going to leave it like that for now. You can also just make it what you want. Don't include any prices in there, and don't include any template things like this is an app summary. It needs to feel like the actual app summary, and you should be good. Next step. So here is where you will book a call with one of our app submission experts. They are going to help you create your Apple developer account so you get your app live. Apple charges $99 for the developer account. So have a credit card to hand and they will charge you for that. So we're going to pick a time. We're going to fill out the form, accept the confirmation email, and we'll prepare the credit card and we'll attend the call. And we make sure that we use our email that we signed up for Passion with when we sign up for the call, because then the team can connect the call booking to your account. So I'm going to book that in real quick. I'm actually going to book this call and I'm going to show you the call on this video because because it's just helpful to do so. So I'm going to book it in here. I'm going to put in my email, Apple developer account live. All right, that's pretty exciting. So I've booked that and I will receive notification with the meeting details shortly. I'm going to just check my email to check that I've got that. And I'm going to accept the email confirmation because it says here on step 3, accept the email confirmation. Yeah, and I've received the email. I don't need to actually proactively accept it. I will quickly show you this email. Here it is. So your app submissions call is booked. It's going to be in your own time zone. The Zoom link will be included here, and there'll be a password for it as well. And yeah, it's 30 minutes long. Better if you join from a desktop or laptop, and that's it. There's also a calendar invite sent with it, and you can just add it to your calendar, nice and easy. All right, cool. Call's been scheduled. Check your inbox to confirm your chosen time, which I've done, and finish. So this is the stage that we're at, and this screen you can always come back to see what is the status of your app submission. Right now, we are waiting for the call, and Passion are going to set up your Apple account for you after you do that call. You can also come in here and change any of your details, like your description, your logo, and stuff like that. Pardon me. Okay. So that's where we're up to with Apple. It's pretty exciting. Let's go back to sales channels. I also want to get my Google app live. So I'm going to go in here. This is the same checklist, I believe. Yeah, it's the same checklist we've already been through. So we're going to hit yes, confirm. And with Google, we get you to create your own developer account because it's a little bit easier, actually. Well, a lot easier. So we get you to do it yourself. And so I can show you actually me setting that up in a second. And we're going to get you to add Passion as a contributor to Google. So let's go through this form together. This is going to walk you through step by step how to do it. Okay. So there's also a video that does it up here. How to set up your branded Android app. But we can also just go through the screens here and do it together. So here we go. Set up your Google account, access your Passion app, and hit start setup, which we've already done. If you have a Google developer account, go to step 2, which we don't. So we're going to continue just on step 1. Follow the steps below to create your account. Google Play charges $25 for the developer account fee, and create your account here. Let's open that in another tab. Sign up using an existing Google account or click create an account. All right, let's go here. To get started, choose your account type, yourself or an organization. So do you have like a registered entity already or not? I'm going to sign up as an individual. Let's go back here. Yeah, is it for personal or organization? Click get started. Okay, fill up the information, the form with your information. So let's do that. Okay, cool. So I've created my account. Let's so it says I need to accept the terms and conditions, which I've done. And it says I need to pay the fee, which I've done. Okay, now I need to connect to my Google developer, connect to Passion, right? Okay, cool. So we've set up our Google developer account, which is awesome. The next step is to connect the Google developer account to Passion.io. Now, this is going to take a couple of PDFs, and it's going to take probably 15 to 20 minutes of time. It's very step-by-step, super easy to follow, as you've seen from the PDF so far. I'm not going to do this one on this, I'm not going to record me doing this one because this process changes quite often. Google update their system and everything. And the system as it exists today might be different when you're watching this video, and I don't want to confuse you. We always keep these PDFs fully up to date. So just follow the PDF step by step as you've seen me do with the previous PDF, and you will get to the end successfully. So I'll see you again once I've completed these PDFs myself. And the goal of this is to actually have my Google developer account connected to my Passion account and then submit my app to the Google store. Pretty cool. Okay, it is exactly 2 weeks later, and guess what? My app is live. I'm so excited for this. Let me go onto my phone screen and share this with you right now. So let's go into the App Store. Now the word boom on its own was in the end taken, so I had to change it to boom music. It won't be right at the top of the results the first time because of course you need to get some downloads. And there it is, boom music. The screenshots are looking amazing. Love this. So downloading my own app on the App Store just 2 weeks after starting this thing, and with only 2 and a bit hours of work, I'm downloading my own app. This is so amazing. Yes, you can send me push notifications. Okay, awesome. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to log in. If I go here, all right, I'm in my very own app. I already subscribed, if you remember, outside of the app. And so there's no sales page required. So I can now access the content, which is amazing. This is looking awesome. So I can go into one of the lessons. I've got that welcome audio that I recorded. I've got the Calendly. This is looking amazing. Let's check the community. Yeah, I've got access to one community. If I had access to multiple, it would give me the overview of communities, but because I've only got access to one, it's taking me straight in, and I can go into the intro section, and it wants access to my photos, so I can post photos in there, which is fine. And I can say, hey everyone. Oh, so cool. Okay, so this is all looking amazing. I can already start to see like some of my data going to be tracked in here and things like that. Okay, so now let's move on. So it's 2 weeks on. What happened? How did that app go live? Well, first thing is I had a call with the wonderful Jocko from our team. He helped me get my Apple developer account set up. I actually just had to pay for it. It was $99, and then he did the rest. So we had a quick call. That was a 20-minute call. Then I also followed the steps in that PDF that I showed you to get my Google app live, which took me 38 minutes. I was a bit optimistic when I thought I would do it in 20. It took me 38 minutes to go through that PDF. And that brings our total time to now to 2 hours, 46 minutes. And I have got my very own app. Of course, I had to wait a couple of weeks to go through the review process and things like that, but my time invested is under 3 hours. It's really, really cool. You'll notice this video is probably a little bit less than 3 hours. I, of course, sped up a few sections, cut out the call that I had with Jocko. You don't have to watch the whole thing and stuff like that. But my time, 2 hours, 46 minutes. So now we have my app, I'm ready to go. I can sell using the checkout pages I created. My clients can use my app, they can download it from the App Store, but I want to put on a few finishing final touches. So let's jump back into Passion and let's do some cool things. Once your app is live, you can also use something called PassionMessaging, which is push notifications, okay? So let's create a new one. And what you see here is that you have a title and a text, and it's gonna give you a preview here. So before I fill that in, let's look at when this notification is going to be sent. You can choose the segment of the audience, okay? So you can choose, for example, there might be that a user signs up, like they log into the app and they create an account, but they don't actually purchase something. That is this first one, users who signed up but didn't subscribe. So they have not purchased a paid plan, but they have created an account. If you want, you can send these people notifications. Users that did not complete a lesson for a certain number of days, you can send them a notification, and also users that didn't open the app for a certain number of days. I will set up for example, if they didn't complete a lesson for X days. I think if they don't complete a lesson for 3 days, I want to send them a notification. And what I want that notification to say is, don't forget to practice. Okay? And then the text could be, check out the drumming tips inside, right? Probably could have come up with something cooler than that. So I can create that notification. I hit update notification, and that is it. Oh, I just need to put it live as well. Turn it on, okay? And then hit update notification. So now you see you got your don't forget to practice notification. It's 3 days after people have not completed a lesson, and it is good to go. Looks pretty cool, right? So that's notifications. You can set up as many as you like. Now let's do something else which is really cool, which is Zapier. Okay, Zapier is kind of a middleman that sits between your app, okay, and other tools. And so this is a way that you can automate a lot of things that you might want to automate. I'll show you exactly what that means. Let's take Passion.io as the trigger. So you need to sign up for a Zapier account. It's free up to a certain level. And then you're going to have something called a trigger, which is something that triggers something to happen, okay? So the trigger is Passion.io, and then I can choose what is going to happen inside my app that's going to cause an action in a, like whatever action we want to take. And we can choose, for example, having an account created. So if someone signs up with their email address, we can use that as a trigger to make something happen outside of the app. Like it could, for example, send you an email every time someone signs up for your app. Comment created. If someone puts a comment in your community, it can trigger a Zap, which can trigger something happening outside of the app, like sending you an email, filling in a spreadsheet, going into your MailChimp account, whatever you want. Lessons completed. So if there's going to be a lesson complete, it's going to trigger something. New chat message, a direct message. If someone purchases a plan, if someone cancels a subscription, and if someone does a tracking check-in. So all of these things happen instantly. I'm going to set one up for you just as an example. I'm going to set up that if someone creates an account inside my app, so if someone fills in their email address essentially inside the app, I want to create a trigger that sends me an email to let me know it's happened, okay? And the account is, now you have to connect your account, okay? So the first time you do this with Zapier, you have to connect your account. You have to fill in your email address and password. So I'm going to fill that in right here. This is my email address for my Passion.io account, okay? And for whatever reason, you have to fill in the password first and then the email address. Okay, so I'm going to connect that account now, which now means that my app is now speaking to Zapier because I've connected them, okay? Hit continue, and then there's going to be something called a test. And you just hit the test button, and then it's going to, hopefully, if everything's set up correctly, it's going to say we found an account. So it's going to basically be successful. So my trigger is now successfully working. We know that anytime someone creates an account inside my app, Zapier is going to know about it. And what do we want Zapier to do? Well, Zapier is connected with thousands of different tools out there. And it is, for example, you can connect with Gmail, you can connect with Google Docs, Facebook Pages, ActiveCampaign, Zendesk, loads more. I'm just going to send an email. I just want to receive an email to my personal email every time someone signs up so I know it's happening. So I want to send an email, and I want to send an outbound email. Let's hit continue there. Who do I want it to be sent to? I want it to be sent to me, so I'm just filling in my email address here. What is the subject? The subject is going to be new account in your app or in the Boom app. Now I'm going to put new account, just joined, Boom. And then what I'm going to do is you can use you see here it says insert data. You can insert data from the user's account that you directly into the email. So you can know, for example, I could put first name, last name. I'm just going to put their email address. In fact, yeah, just put their email address. So new account, just joined, Boom. And then I've got to put their email address in there. You can add attachments, etc., etc. All of that's not required. It's not mandatory. It's up to you. So then I'm going to hit test and continue. And once the test is successful, let's see. Yes, I can now publish and turn on. So now what's going to happen? Every time someone creates an account in my app, I'm going to get an email saying that that person's just created an account in your app. That's pretty cool, right? And as ever, I'm just going to update the name. So I'm just going to put like test Zap for creating an account. Okay. Now, what's really cool is whenever you do this, you can then test it to make sure it's working as you anticipate. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back into my phone. I'm going to log out of my app, and then I'm going to sign up. So this is me creating an account right here. And I'm going to say test Zap account. I want to make sure it's a new email I haven't tried before. Test Zap account at test.com. I'm going to give it a password. Okay, cool. So let's go back over to Zapier over here. And there's two things you can do. One is, of course, I can just go into my emails now and make sure that I've received an email. So let's see. There it is, new account in the Boom app. Click on that. New account just joined Boom, test Zap account at test.com. It's Pretty amazing, right? Pretty cool. So I've received that. And if you don't receive an email, and if you want to troubleshoot it, what you can do in Zapier is you can go here into history. And when you go into history, it shows you a history of all the zaps that have been done. And you see this one is successful, so you can click into it and you can see the data. This is the email address that I filled in, so that was successfully triggered. And then it says here it was successfully sent an email to my email address right there. So that's Zapier. Now, that's just one example of how you can use Zapier. You can use it in many different ways. You saw me showing examples of how you can use Passion as a trigger. When something happens in the app, it triggers something outside of your app. What you can also do, which is very cool, is you can use things from outside your app as triggers for stuff inside your app. So let me show you what I mean by that real quick. In Actions, you can also type in Passion.io. And the event that you can choose for an action is either creating an order or cancelling a subscription. So you can use this, for example, if you want anytime someone purchases on your website, you want to give them access to your app, you use this create order one, okay? We've got Help Center articles that walk you through how to use all of this stuff, so I won't go through it in detail right now, but you see it's very powerful. You can do a lot with this, all right? So that is Zapier, and they are the finishing touches on my app. So that's it. Pretty exciting. I've got my own app in the stores with under 3 hours of my time. I'm blown away. I'm really excited about it. If you would like to launch your own app and you are not yet a member of Passion, you can just go to Passion.io. You can sign up. It's 30-day money-back guarantee. If it's not for you, there's different plans. You can see which one is right for you. We also have extensive trainings, not only about how to set this stuff up, like how you've just seen me do, but also how to be successful with your own app. We have marketing trainings and things like that. Second, if you are already a member of Passion and you are using this to help you launch your app, I really encourage you, share with the community your progress, keep on going. If you have any questions at all, go to our help center. Let me pull that up on my screen share again just before we finish up. If you go, in fact, let me show you from the website. So I'm going to be on the website, right? I'm going to go down to the footer, the bottom of the website, and there's this thing down here, here in Resources Help Center, bottom right. This is the help center. You can search for anything you want. You know how I just told you, hey, you can connect with Zapier, like an external checkout page, like a website. You can just search like external checkout, whatever, how to connect an external checkout page via Zapier. And then it walks you through, and often there's videos and screenshots, and it just walks you through step by step how to do this stuff. Super easy, super well set up. Then if that doesn't answer your question, you can go here to this support bubble right here, and you're going to be able to have a live chat with our team, okay? It's not quite 24/7 yet, but it's something like 18 hours a day, Monday to Friday. And then on weekends, we have some coverage as well. If we're not online, you're going to be able to send us an email through this little box as well, and we'll get back to you really quickly. So really, we love helping you out here at Passion. Make progress, enjoy this ride, and see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.